You guys, let me give you the close-up. Look at this adorable little evil mastermind. So I can just add it to that and then pull from it as necessary. How many times a day does your guys' Siri mishear you? And let me give you guys a close-up of all of the plushies that we're going to have at today's live. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Morgan and I'm the maker behind LA Crochet. And if you're one of my fabulous returning crochet friends, then hey, welcome back. In today's video, I have a Palm Street Live tomorrow. So we are going to be market prepping and then recapping that tomorrow. So it's kind of like another 2-in-1 market prep slash recap video. Before we get into it though, be sure that you like this video, subscribe, and of course, as always, you guys can check out my Instagram, my Etsy, and my Palm Street linked in the description. I feel like I could say that intro kind of like in my sleep now, you guys. So for once, I'm very excited because, okay, so if you regularly watch my videos, you know that normally when I'm market prepping, it's always a little, what's the word? Stressful, chaotic, just, you know, overly frantic. But for once, you guys, I actually feel like I have quote unquote enough inventory. And I think that's just because I had my in-person market last weekend. So I'm just bringing everything from that didn't sell. But today I'm also going to be spending time market prepping because there were a few more things that I wanted to make specifically for this market because people were requesting them. And a lot of them are fuzzy weighted items because you guys, everybody on Palm Street just loves like the Feels Like Bliss weighted plushie combo. So we're going to be making a lot of those today. At the time that you guys are watching this video, of course, this Palm Street has already passed, but my next one is going to be September 20th. It's a Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the link is in the description if you guys would like to bookmark that and join me for that one. I have so many plans for tomorrow, you guys. I feel like the live tomorrow, it's just gonna be like chock full of a bunch of really fun stuff. So we are going to be doing, of course, a $1 starting bid, and I will show you guys what everyone voted for that to be, because if you're new Hello? Hi, good, how are you? Sorry, you guys, where was I? Okay, let's get into all of the inventory that I currently have available, and then I'll show you guys my new pattern. So one of the things that I'm most excited about having at this Palm Street Live is the adorable fruit hat cow. So of course, you guys, you know, anytime we get over 100 bookmarks on Palm Street, I always do an auction starting at $1 that you guys choose. So I always post like a poll on my Instagram stories, and this time the winner was the fruit hat cow. So I'm planning on doing this blue fruit hat cow that I made actually during the tutorial, and I'm probably going to pair it with the blueberry hat, of course. And then I'm also planning on doing, so currently we're at 192 bookmarks, I believe. If we hit 200 bookmarks, I will also be doing a giveaway for the pink one, and like whoever wins will get to pick whatever fruit hat they want. So I'm really hoping that we're able to make it past that point by tomorrow. And then I don't know, for the last one, we might just do like a regular auction for him. But I'm really excited to have these because of course it's my first time ever bringing these to a Palm Street market. In case you guys missed it, this was the free tutorial for the month of August. So that is on my YouTube. And if you guys prefer written patterns, it's also on my Etsy as a written version as well. And there are 8 different fruit hat variations included in the pattern too. Then I'll show you guys over here on top of our grumpy squad, we have these friends. So of course my little turtle here, he's not included. I got this little fella from Maddie, of course, so he's gonna be staying with us. But we do have 2 chickens, 3 luau bears up there. We also have a mini cowboy Rex and a Cornelius, which I'm really excited about. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much to whoever just got a pattern on my Etsy. You guys, will I ever remember to silence my phone and my computer before I start filming? I don't know. For the longest time, I filmed on my phone, so I never had to worry about it. So it's definitely kind of a bit of a learning curve, but we also do still have our blueberry fruit hat ducky and 3 loaf cats. That's like a pretty good amount of inventory, right? Like I'm actually pretty stoked about it, that I feel much less frantic today, which is definitely a good thing. But you guys, let me now show you for the very first time, let's reveal my first pattern for the month of September. So if you weren't aware, I do 2 patterns a month for my Patreon members, and then I also do like a free YouTube pattern pattern a month, so like a YouTube tutorial, and all of the YouTube members are able to test that one. So I've been doing 3 patterns a month here lately, and you guys, it has been so much fun. I've been loving like every second of it. This is kind of what I've been wanting to like work towards for the longest time, which is like writing patterns, because I just feel so, I don't know, like truly creative when I'm able to do that. Just like the whole process of taking it from a conceptualization that I have in my head into like a final physical plushie that then everybody else is able to make just makes me so happy. You actually might have seen it when I was showing you the fruit hat ducky over there. So if you did see it, good eye. But you guys, the first pattern for the month of September is, drumroll please, the Splooting Lion. Ah! You guys, I am so incredibly excited for the Splooting Lion pattern. So for the longest time, ever since I did the Splooting Triceratops pattern, which was I think like almost a year ago at this point, which is really crazy to think about, I have been wanting to do kind of like a Sploot Squad series basically. So making a bunch of different animals in a splooting fashion, and then they can all kind of be like their own little family of friends, I guess. But another idea that I had was, because the Splooting Triceratops looks so cute with the Feels Like Bliss and the weighted pellets, I would love to make all of my splooting animals with that combo. But you guys, let me show you this pattern. So one of the things, I feel like I still have hair on me. What in the world? I'm a mess. So one thing I wanted to do differently with this pattern that I didn't do with the Splooting Triceratops is I wanted it to be a lot larger. I don't know. I just really wanted kind of like a more cuddly friend, I guess. So I did make the Splooting Lion quite a bit larger, you guys. I am completely in love with how the face turned out. I mean, look at how adorable that is. Look at that mane. It is just absolutely incredible. This is exactly what I was going for when I was setting out to write this pattern. I mean, so cute. There's like those little toe lines on all of the feet. He's got a little tail back here. And probably one of my favorite parts about this pattern is the ears and how they're actually like placed inside of the mane. I just think it looks so perfect, if I do say so myself. So I made this one in Hobby Honey Bunny Nougat, and then I think this is Parfait Teddy Bear, and then this one, you guys, this was actually the first version that I made. This is made using Parfait Mustard for the body, and then Hobby Honey Bunny Caramel for the mane. So I really do like how these colors turned out as well. So this is going to be the first pattern for the month of September. So this means that level 2 and 3 Patreon members are going to be testing this one for me, which I'm really excited about. Something that I always try to do is have like a mini open tester call on my Instagram still, just because I know not everybody can join Patreon. And I think at the point that you guys are watching this video, that tester call is already closed. So I believe this pattern is going to be releasing on September 10th. So it's a Wednesday. So for the live tomorrow, I am going to be revealing the Splooting Lion for the very first time. Of course, my Patreon and YouTube members already know what it is, but this is going to be like the first ever public reveal of it. I also am going to do a bonus YouTube live tonight, and I think I'm going to give them like a little sneak peek and see if anybody can guess what it is. And because this is my very first time ever making the Splooting Lion pattern, you guys know what that means. All right, you guys, let us get into some market prep. So the first thing that I would like to tackle is the whip cart. And the whip cart has been looking pretty full lately, you guys. I don't know what it is. I think it's probably because, so like sometimes when I'm on a live stream, I'll start a project and then I'm like, oh, this is taking a lot of brain power. Let me set it off to the side and like work on it later. And then this is what happens. We have like 6 different whips just in the top of this cart. I also really need to finish my fuzzy luau bear that I was working on, but I don't think we're gonna get to that today. For you guys who are invested in that project, I'm so sorry. We'll get to it soon. We'll get to it soon. But I think the first thing that we should probably start with, let me see here. The thing that is closest to being done is actually this fuzzy weighted loaf cat. So why don't we go ahead and work on this? I'm pretty sure I started making this during a Patreon Zoom because I just wanted something that I could kind of like create mindlessly pretty much. Because you guys, let's be honest, how many times in my life have I made a loaf cat? Probably a million. Sorry, I had to go put on shorts and put my hair up because I I was actually getting really warm. But let's get started. Like I was saying, today's going to be kind of like a Feels Like Bliss marathon. So I have the perfect package for that. So Michael's was running a sale on their weighted pellets. I think I got all of these bags of weighted pellets for like $5 each, which is really good because I think normally they're like 10 or 12 or something like that. So it was a pretty big discount. And I knew that I was going to be making a lot of fuzzy weighted plushies because like I said, you guys love these. So I kind of stocked up on them. Oh, actually, you know what? There's only 2 bags in here. I think the other 4 are in a different box. So something weird that happened with this Michael's order is it came in like 4 different packages. So I'm gonna have to see what in all is in the other ones, but there are 2 in this one. Thankfully, these ones aren't busted open like the last time. And we also have a very nice size box that came with this. We're gonna be reusing that later. For some reason, while I was on the Zoom call, I didn't do the face detailing, and normally I do that like right away as soon as I'm done with the front of the cat. Not really sure why I decided to leave this till the last minute. Now I have to work through like the entire thing, but it shouldn't be too crazy because for these, we only use the 12mm safety eyes. And if I can get them placed in the right spot, look at that, you guys. Perfect. Now we just have to embroider the face detailing. So for these, I always just embroider a nose and the whiskers. That's the word for them. I never do the white eye detailing on these. I don't know. I just really like the look of the fuzzy yarn with just the plain eyes. One question that I get asked a lot, you guys, is am I ever going to embroider the little X on the back of the loaf cat? And I have to say, you guys, I don't think so. I don't know why. I just kind of feel weird about it. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you think I should do it or if you are a fan of the plain backside loaf cat. Epic fail, you guys. So the eyes went in fine, but the embroidering is just definitely a no-go. I've never tried to embroider stuff like this that's like doesn't have the stuffing in it yet. So I have decided we are going to wait to embroider the face detailing until the whole thing is actually stuffed and done. Which now that I'm looking back on it, I definitely should have just done that from the very beginning. I do already have this like pre-made bag of weighted pellets because I actually don't remember why I have this, but there are a lot of weighted pellets in here. So let's try to see if it will fit in the loaf cat. I actually think it might be really fun to put like a ton of weighted pellets in this one, and then he'll be like a mega extra stuffed loaf cat. I always double bag it because I don't trust anything. All right, let's see. Ooh, oh my gosh. Oh, wow. You guys, you are just witnessing all of my epic fails right now. Look at what just happened. We're gonna try to save it though. We're gonna try to save it. But I do really like the size of this. So typically what I do for these is I'll put the weighted pellets in the bottom and then fill the top part with just regular polyfill. But this one actually is completely filled with that pouch of pellets. So we can just kind of say that he is like a fully weighted loaf cat, which is super cool. But now let's work on closing this up. Okay, thankfully we were able to save you guys. I don't know why I'm off to a very rough start this go around, but this is what the back is looking like. There is a little bit of extra room back here, so I am going to put just a little bit more polyfill in there just to kind of fill out the rest of the space back here. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh my gosh, so looking at it like this with how round it is, do you guys remember that movie? Hold on, focus. There we go. Do you guys remember that movie Bolt where Miley Cyrus voiced the girl that was in the movie? And then I think John Travolta was the voice of the dog, and like he was the super dog and he thought that he really had powers, but he actually didn't because everybody on the set was just pretending that he had powers. Do you remember that one? This reminds me of the hamster that was in that movie. Something about it. She's just very round, and like I think without the cat face details on it, it looks like it could also kind of be a hamster at this point. Okay, I was able to save it, you guys. I don't know why I was struggling so much at the beginning. I don't know why I thought that I could embroider the face details before I had stuffed it. I've never once tried that before. I don't know what gave me like the idea that that would even work out, but this is what he looks like now. Super, super cute. We were able to fortunately save him. It is definitely easier to do the eyes and the face detailing all like while you're still working on it. So definitely recommend doing that in the future. But we can cross our first fuzzy weighted plushie off of our list for the day. The next one that is in our little whip cart right right here is actually a fuzzy weighted fruit hat ducky, and I did not make it very far on this one. So why don't we go ahead and work on this? So I was thinking about what fruit hat I wanted to do for this one. So in the past, I have done orange and strawberry, and I feel like strawberry, like really people were super duper excited for that one. So I'm trying to think if I should do another strawberry one or should I mix it up and do a blueberry one. I think, you know what? I'm not going to do a blueberry one because we already have the regular blueberry one up there. So I think we're going to go with the strawberry one again. And another thing that we're doing, so during the live on Tuesday on YouTube, I started working on a fuzzy weighted fruit hat cow, and watermelon was the one that like won the poll because I started a poll asking what fruit hat should I make for it. So we're doing watermelon for this one. So I think between all the different fruit hat cows, this watermelon one, the blueberry one up there, and then if we make this one a strawberry one, I think that our bases are totally covered in terms of fruit hat animals. Speaking of fruit hat animals, let's chat, you guys. So before I was telling you guys, I've been trying to do a YouTube tutorial a month, and so far my most viewed tutorial, or the one that I think you guys got most excited about, was the fruit hat duckies, because I think that one like by far has the most amount of views out of any of the tutorials that I posted on YouTube. And I think it's just that fun aspect of being able to like dress the duck in a bunch of different fruit hat variations. And I've definitely seen that excitement kind of carry over into the fruit hat cows, because I feel like more than normal, so many people have been saying that they're really excited for this tutorial and the pattern to come out. So I was thinking about maybe like extending the fruit hat animal line into the future. Maybe we'll do like a lot more fruit hat animal tutorials in the future. So I was wondering from you guys, what types of fruit hat animals would you like to see? So of course we've already done duck and cow. Another one that I've been thinking about is like a bunny, maybe a cat or a dog or something like that. But if you guys have suggestions on animals that you would like to see in the future, leave them for me in the comments below, or just in general, if you have like any types of tutorials that you would like to see, drop them in the comments below as well. I actually have like a working pattern idea list, so I can just add it to that and then pull from it as necessary. How many times a day does your guys' Siri mishear you? See, I literally just said the word and it didn't light up again, so that's kind of weird. Ooh. But anyway, so the fruit hat cow tutorial is probably the longest tutorial that I have ever filmed, you guys. It is an hour and I think it was 8 minutes long, which took me absolutely forever to edit. It's partially because the cow itself is quite large and there's a lot of color changes because of all the spots and everything. And then it's partly because in the video I actually included like all of the different fruit hat variations and the instructions for those. So I've been thinking in the future, if we do more like variation patterns or patterns that are also bundles, I might just focus on one variation for the video and then include the rest in the actual written pattern, because you guys, it was just like too much. The amount of hours that I spent on that tutorial, I don't even want to think about it. So I hope you guys really like this tutorial. I cannot wait to see your adorable fruit hat cows. If you do choose to like share pictures on Instagram, make sure you tag me so I can see them. You guys, I just finished the fuzzy weighted strawberry fruit hat ducky. Look how cute. So I've only made one of these before, I mentioned. So before I made it in the, where is it? This like light pink color for the strawberry. This time I decided to go a little bit darker. I believe this is Feels Like Bliss in the shade Rose for the strawberry hat. And I do really like how it turned out. So I'm excited to have this tomorrow and we can cross this off of the list. So the next thing that I have on my list is the fruit hat cow, because it's already in the whip cart, and like I mentioned before, I think it is going to take me a lot longer to make just because it's quite a bit larger. There's a lot of details, there's a lot of color changing, and color changing with Feels Like Bliss yarn can be very difficult just because it's so slippery. But I did already finish the watermelon hat, so this is what it looks like. It's really quite large. This is actually larger than I thought it was going to be. I kind of expected the head to turn out out quite a bit smaller. So we'll have to see how this turns out. Of course, this is my first time ever attempting this, so hopefully it works out. But I'm probably gonna work on this until the live later. So we're going live at 8 p.m. tonight because I'm going to be going to Mackenzie's Palm Street Live. If you guys don't know Mackenzie, she's one of the mods here on YouTube. So I will put like her Palm Street username right here so you guys can attend some of her lives in the future. But she's going live at 7 tonight, and then we'll go live on YouTube after that. So I'm thinking I'm going to work on this until then, and then probably during the live I'm not going to work on this if I still have work to do on it, just because it requires a lot of counting, and I know that if I try to do it during a live I would just get so confused. So during the live I'm probably going to do a pickle and a bee, just because they're a lot more straightforward and they don't require as much brain power. The other 3 things on my list that I really want to get to, so people have been asking for a fuzzy weighted evil froggy for the longest time, so I would love to be able to have one of those tomorrow. Somebody also requested a splooting triceratops, so hopefully I can get that done. And then finally, as I discussed before, I would love to have a Feels Like Bliss splooting lion. I just really want to see like what that looks like. So those are kind of like my priority for tomorrow, and then after that is just kind of a bonus. But I'm gonna meet up with you guys tomorrow morning so I can share with you everything I got done this evening. We can kind of go through like my live market day list so I can show you like all the things that I typically do, like setting up the listings, and I always have like a sheet that I follow that helps keep me on track, and we can just kind of go over the game plan for the live. You guys, it is live day! Oh my gosh, today has been absolutely crazy. I've been like frantically running from one thing to the next. So this morning I released the fruit hat cow pattern. So if you were watching this video right now and you did not already know, I have the free fruit hat cow tutorial available on my YouTube. The written version is also available on my Etsy if you prefer that as well. But that was just like a whole thing, kind of like releasing all of that, getting all my ducks in a row for that. There are actually a lot of things that go into like creating and producing and releasing a pattern. Emailed the final PDF to all the testers, posted everything, and then I had to set up all of my listings for the live. And you guys, it is currently 2:41. We're going live in 19 minutes. So real quick, I wanted to pop on to show you guys all of the things that I was able to make last night. I'll real quick show you like how I set up for a live and everything, kind of the game plan for this live, and then afterwards we'll come back and I'll let you know how it went, everything that told, and things like that. So if I scooch myself out of the way right here, we can see all of the lovely plushies are in the packing corner. So let me grab the ones that we made last night. So our YouTube live was super productive last night. So one of the first things that I made on the live was this really cute fuzzy weighted bee. You guys, this is so adorable, and it's a really quick workup. So this is a bee that I just basically freehand. It's really quite simple. It's just a little cylinder and then some like magic ring wings, I guess you could say. But this is of course the Feels Like Bliss yarn with weighted pellets inside. There is not an ounce, not a singular ounce of polyfill in this. It is just completely weighted pellets. I was saying last night, it's kind of like and I always forget the name, like a hacky sack, I think, that you like, I don't know, like bounce up and down on your ankles. I think this bee though would be very upset if we you know, bounced him up and down on our ankles. Then during the live we also made another fuzzy weighted pickle. This has become kind of a little favorite on the live, so I decided to make another one because he's just so adorable, the perfect little desk buddy. And then guys, this one has been highly requested, and I finally got around to making him. Please, let's give him a round of applause. A little evil welcome for the very first time fuzzy weighted evil froggy. You guys, let me give you the close-up. Look at this adorable little evil mastermind. The funny thing is, he is probably the one that like rules over all of the previous evil froggies. So cute. Same thing, completely filled with weighted pellets. I only put a small bit of polyfill on the top just to be able to sew the eye sockets in. He's all weighted pellets. I think, oh no, that was the next one. I think he weighs like 6 point something ounces. Guys, this is probably the largest Feels Like Bliss item I've ever made. The fuzzy weighted sitting cow. So you guys, this is how she turned out. This took me so long to do because the color changes with this yarn is just very tedious, but the end product, I mean, look at that, you guys. She is absolutely absolutely gorgeous. So I do have one thing to show you guys though. So I showed you guys this yesterday, and you know I was trying to do like a Feels Like Bliss watermelon hat for him. If we put the hat on, and when I was making it, I thought that this hat looked like oddly large. I think I actually mentioned that yesterday. If we put the hat on, you can see, oh wow, it looks lovely in the front, so cute. In the back, what in the world, you guys? What on earth is happening with that? I don't know really what happened. Something about this yarn and trying to make like a larger, I don't know, like bowl shaped item, it just really like stretched out and didn't come out in the shape that I wanted it to. So that was kind of interesting. I don't know, I'll probably attempt it some other time, but I just did not have time to do that for today's live. So we're just going to be doing this guy by himself, and really, he just looks super cute all on his own. So I think we're good to go with just him. And let me give you guys a close-up of all of the plushies that we're going to have at today's live. I'm so excited. They all look so adorable here in the packing corner. Some of my favorites, of course, are the Feels Like Bliss items. I'm really excited to have the Fruit Hat cows too, and the luau bears, since we're doing a little pattern release party for them. Oh, and then of course, you guys, up here I have hidden the 2 Splooting Lions. I'm also really excited for them, but the reason they're all the way up there hiding is because they're going to be a surprise at the very end of the live, so I didn't want to give it away too soon. But yeah, the whole squad all right here looking absolutely adorable. Of course, Pusheen is in there, but she is not going to be included in this live. She's mine. So real quick, you guys, let's run down the list. So I'll try to pop a picture of it on the screen so that you guys can see it while I'm talking through it. But this is basically what I do before every live, because if I don't, I will have no idea what I'm doing and I'll just get so distracted. So I really need this to like keep me on track with what I'm doing. And plus we have a lot of stuff going on today with like different exciting things. So I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. So first we're going to start with Mini Cowboy Rex as an auction. We're going to throw up a few patterns like the Mini Cowboy Rex and the regular Cowboy Rex. Typically what I like to do is if I have a physical item, I will then pop the pattern on there so you can like pin the item below so people can get it if they want. I found that that's just kind of like a natural kind of transition into the pattern since you're actually showing the physical version. Then we are going to move on to the Fruit Hat Duckies, so the blueberry one and then the fuzzy weighted one. Of course, then I'm going to show the Fruit Hat Ducky pattern. We're going to show the bee, and then I don't have a booty bee today, but I'm just going to show the booty bee pattern because I showed the bee typically during every live. I try to show one of my patterns at least once. We're also going to show off the chickens. Those are just going to be buy now options. I don't think we're going to auction those. I'm just going to show the fruit basket pattern. You guys, you never know. That was my first pattern that I wrote like over a year ago, and it's so crazy. I still get orders for it, which is really cool. Then we have all 4 of the mini loaf cats. After that, I'm going to show the spa pets pattern. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, then we're doing the blueberry cow for $1. So that's the one that won like the poll for the $1 starting auction. What else? Oh, then we're going to do luau bear, Cornelius, then we'll do Evil Froggy, and Evil Froggy is going to be a surprise. I'm going to be starting his auction starting at $1. We're also going to do the fuzzy weighted cow. We're going to show the Fruit Hat cow pattern, of course. Then we're going to start the Fruit Hat cow giveaway, the pink one. We'll do the pickle, we'll do the hot dog pup pattern, another luau bear, the like traditional black and white cow. And then finally, you guys, we are going to reveal the Splooting Lion pattern, and the plan is to auction off the first one starting at $50 because it is larger. There's so much detail that goes into the mane, so it definitely takes a little bit of a while to make. So that's pretty much the plan for the whole thing. In total, we have 3 surprise $1 starting auctions. I think there's 12 total patterns available on Palm Street now. One of the reasons I also always like to do a live on Saturdays is because Palm Street basically does like this thing called a maker market every Saturday, and they do like 10% off coupons. So I like to do my lives then so that everybody can use those if they would like. But that is everything, you guys. And then I can also pop a picture on the screen for you guys. So actually creating listings on Palm Street takes so long because I put a lot of detail into all of the listings that I do. So I always put like the size of the item, so the actual dimensions, all the different details that go into it. I always put all the materials that it takes, if there's weighted pellets inside, what type of yarn that I used for it, and then I'll put like all the different listing photos, of course. And then today I also had to set up 3 pattern listings because since my last live, I have come out with 3 new patterns. So the mini cowboy Rex, the luau bear, and the fruit hat cow. So I had to set all of those up. And for those, I basically put all of the information that's in my Etsy listings in these listings as well. So like all the materials you'll need, all the required sewing, the final measurements with the yarn that you used. So it definitely takes a while. It probably takes me like 2 hours to completely plan out and like set everything up. So that's one of the reasons why market days are a little bit more hectic, but today was especially kind of frantic because I was also releasing the fruit hat cow pattern. So doing everything for that too was a little intense. But real quick, you guys, I'm going to set everything up so that we are ready to go live. It is currently 2:52, so I need to do that right now. I'll show you guys what it looks like and then we'll check back in after the live. So you guys, this is my final setup for the lives. I always bring the chair over here so I can have all the plushies on it just so I don't have to like keep getting up and like going over there to grab them. So they're all right there looking very, very cute. I also have my iPad and my computer. So on my computer, I always do like the music. We do dance parties and things like that. And then I always stream from the iPad. I have my disco ball there. Water is a definite must along with my chapstick. Definitely need those. And then my notes. So those are just kind of like things to remind myself of everything that I need to say. And this is typically where I stream from for the live. So you guys, the last thing to do is to just set another quick reminder on my Instagram stories to let everybody know that the live is happening in 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, guys. Wish me luck. Hopefully this live goes really well and I will check back in with you guys after it's done. Hello, you guys. It is after the live. My voice is... I'm struggling, you guys. My voice is fighting for its life. The live was so absolutely incredible, you guys. If any of you came to the live, commented, liked the live, shared the live, got any of the plushies, entered the giveaway, just came and hung out, you guys, thank you so, so much for all of your support. It was just absolutely incredible. I believe we broke the record during the live for the most amount of concurrent viewers. So at one point I saw that we were at like 137 viewers, which for me on Palm Street is like an astronomical amount of viewers. It was absolutely amazing. We also had, I think we ended up having like 223 bookmarks at the start of this live, which might be one of my most amount of bookmarks yet. I actually can't remember, but it's definitely up there. And because of that, we've actually decided to do a new tradition. So anytime we get over 200 bookmarks, we will do a giveaway of you guys' choice. So we'll do like the poll on my Instagram stories, kind of like how we do the poll for the $1 starting bid when we hit 100 bookmarks. But let me real quick show you guys everything that sold, and I'll also show you guys the 2 items that did not sell. So you guys, here is the packing corner. These are all of the friends that sold during the live. You guys, it was so, so crazy. If you got any of these plushies, thank you so, 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 so much for all of your support. You guys are like just the absolute best. You are the reason why I'm able to do this. So of course we did the giveaway for the pink cow because we hit over 200 bookmarks. Shout out to the person who won that, Jinxies. They picked the dragon fruit hat. We also did end up selling our mini cowboy Rex, our 2 fruit hat duckies. This little strawberry fuzzy weighted one was definitely a smashing success. We sold our sweet little baby right here as well. So cute. You guys, I have a story for these 2 chickens. I will tell you guys in 1 second. If you were there, you know, you know. We also did a $1 auction for our blueberry cow, which was so fun. We did like a little mini loaf cat, like low auction section. It was kind of like a discounted section. So all of those friends went home. Our brown luau bear went home. You guys, oh my gosh. This friend, he almost broke the live. Him and our other friend, I'll show you guys in 1 second. Everybody loved fuzzy weighted evil froggy so, so much. And honestly, I'm relieved because could you imagine if they didn't love him? I would fear for my safety a little bit, you guys. He was such a smashing success. Thank you guys so much. And he is shortly going to be going off to his forever home where I'm sure he will wreak havoc. Our Cornelius is going home. Of course, our fuzzy weighted pickle as well. And you guys, I think this actually broke the record. Hold on, let me get a good handle on him. I think that this was our most expensive auction of the day. It went for, gosh, I can't even remember, you guys. It was all all such a blur. I want to say like 70 something, maybe even 80. I can't remember. But I do remember this being like the biggest auction of the day. Everyone just loved him so much. And part of it too was like, so I made this last night and I really don't want to say how late I stayed up making him, you guys. It's actually kind of bad, but he was a total surprise because I hadn't showed him to anyone yet. So when I showed him on the live, like we all just kind of collectively freaked out together. So I'm really excited for him to go off to his home. We also did sell our classic strawberry fruit hat ducky. Oh my gosh, I just said fruit hat ducky. Fruit hat cow, you guys. I know that that's gonna happen so much. So what we did was we auctioned like the body, and then whoever won got to pick whatever hat they wanted, and this person wanted the strawberry hat. And then finally, you guys, we revealed the Splooting Lion pattern. It went over so well. Everybody loved him so much. And shout out, I believe Nicolette was the one who got this one. Again, you guys, it was a total blur. Like, I think we went live for like 2 hours, so it was kind of a long time, but I'm really excited for the world's first ever Splooting Lion to be going out there. And again, you guys, this pattern is going to be dropping on September 10th on my Etsy. So excited. And now, you guys, the only 2 items that did not sell during this live are our 2 luau bears back here. So the toffee one and the tan one. And I did kind of expect this just because I had 3 of them, and they are a more expensive item just because the grass skirt definitely takes me longer to make. So they will be coming to future lives, and they will definitely find their forever homes eventually here. I do also have, of course, these 5 fruit hats left, but I only had 3 cows. So these are just the remaining ones. I'll probably have to like make some more cows in the future for future lives so that we can get rid of these fruit hats. And then I did decide, so of course I did have this other Splooting Lion, so the tan one here. Sorry, little turtle, I'm gonna set you off to the side. So I do have this Splooting Lion, of course, too, but I decided not to auction this one off just because I wanted to save him while I'm still like releasing the pattern and everything, because you guys know I like to film little silly videos and stuff like that for my pattern releases. So he's going to stay with me now, and then he'll probably come with me to my next Palm Street live. And you guys, this little fella kept getting so much attention during the live. I think it's because the way that the camera was positioned, it looked like he was standing on my shoulder, just kind of like watching over everybody. So yeah, a little bit adorable, a little bit creepy. So you guys, just a little recap of my favorite moments from this live. So I would say definitely, so okay, we got to the end and I had the chickens still left. And I was like, what do you guys say? Like, should we do an auction for like a discounted rate? And everybody agreed. So we auctioned them off and they did find homes. And then I decided to play like a chicken dance song, and I thought that it was just like the regular chicken dance. I was completely wrong, you guys. I was in tears, literal tears, because I was laughing so hard. It was this chicken dance song on YouTube, but like it wasn't the traditional chicken dance. It was some other like techno version, and really it was the video that was playing during it. These chickens were like dancing in the club. It was, I mean, you guys, you had to be there. I wish that I would have been screen recording when that happened. I just was not expecting it. An absolute incredible experience, you guys. If you were there, let me know. Comment below if you saw that whole debacle happen in real life. It was so hilarious. Another highlight was definitely sharing with everybody the first reveal of the Splooting Lion. Everybody loved him so much, so I'm really excited for that pattern to come out. Another highlight would definitely be the fuzzy weighted cow, and of course fuzzy weighted evil froggy. And finally, you guys, I mean, we had over 100 entries into the giveaway, so it was so crazy. You literally, we were talking about this, you had less than a 1% chance of winning it. Thank you so much to everyone who entered into the giveaway. You guys, real quick here, let's get into like some final stats here. We did also have patterns available at this live, and honestly, you guys, I have to go on right now after I'm filming this video and email those to everybody. I think we did like maybe 25 patterns. I have to go through the list and like double check, but I would say definitely like the most popular ones were the fruit hat cow cow pattern, which makes sense because we just released that today. But there were a total of 1,191 comments. Madness. Thank you guys so much for chatting away during the live. It was amazing. We got 22 new followers, so now we do have over 1,500 followers on Palm Street. I'm very excited for when we hit 2,000 because we'll do another like 2,000 like celebration live. There were a total of 326 views during the live, and I think again the highest cooker was 137. There were 224 bookmarks before the live, so I think that might be like the highest amount that I've ever had. The live lasted for about 2 hours, and we had a total of 56 orders during this live, you guys, which again, a lot of those were patterns, so that was really great too. And real quick here, if we break it down, so it looks like we paid $61.17 in selling fees, $54 for payment processing fees, so I think that's like using a credit card, so that's like $115. Not bad, kind of like a really good booth fee, if you will. And then in total, you guys, so once we subtract all of that, we did end up bringing in $938.69, which is absolutely insane. You guys, thank you so much. Like, it just totally baffles my mind like every time that we do this, and I'm just so thankful for all of you guys and all of your support, and like just everyone sharing so much of an interest in my creations and my plushies and my patterns and just hanging out with me. It's always a fun time, and I cannot express to you just how thankful I am to all of you guys for all of your support and everything that you do. It is, I say this every time, it is because of you guys that this is possible and that I'm able to do this for my job, which is crazy to even say that it's a job. Like, having a job shouldn't be this much fun, yet here we are, and it is because of you guys. So thank you so much for all of your support. Anyway, you guys, that wraps it up for today's video. Thank you so much for coming along for our little market prep, little live recap. Like I said, the next one is going to be September 20th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If we hit over 200 bookmarks again, we will do another giveaway. And of course, if we get over 100, we will do some $1 starting bids. As always, if you guys were crocheting while watching this video, let all of us know what you were making in the comments. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye!